Lesbians, don't tell me you're still doing upright rows, dumbbell shrugs, and Arnold presses. This is the worst way as a lesbian to build muscle.
This video went viral a few months ago and it started a debate. Do lesbians build muscle differently than everybody else? Is somehow not just being a woman, but being a gay woman affect muscle growth or affect weight loss? Of course not! Jesus Christ, why would it? Why? Tell me why would it cause you to lose weight differently? Tell me why. So this lady, her name is Jaimefilerfitness, is your generic fitness coach. Always trying to come at you with some weird gimmick to appeal to you because you think the reason you've made no progress in your weight loss journey is because it's some gimmick you're not following, or it's somehow because you're gay, which it's not. But instead of taking accountability for your bad habits, you must blame it on your sexuality somehow, and therefore you have to follow her specific advice. We're gonna watch some of her videos and see what's good about them. I'm sure there's some good stuff. What's bad, and how to actually lose weight for the lesbians. Key, I'm gonna give you a hint. It's the same shit as what everyone else does. It's the same stuff, guys. Anyway, let's get started. Traditional diets weren't designed with lesbians in mind. They were designed for no one in mind because they're all gimmicks. Instead of just telling people, hey, maybe the reason you're fat is because of the 160 grams of chocolate they consume every bloody day, or the 15 beers. Instead, we can blame it on demographic somehow. Oh, I'm not gonna do a whole balanced diet because instead of taking accountability for why I'm a fat instead of doing that, I'm gonna blame carbs and go on keto. Yay! That'll help me lose weight. You make me sick. You make me physically ill. I'm joking, of course, but in all seriousness, if you actually read the caption, because a lot of people don't actually put any advice in their videos, they shove it in the caption, which is really dumb and I hate that. She just says, you're overweight, anxious, and tired of your genes whispering, nice try, bro. And then she goes on about how your nervous system is fried and your body holds on to stress and fat like a toxic ex. Yeah, your nervous system's not fried. Maybe you're stressed, and stress can affect muscle growth, but also can affect weight loss. Stress has a lot of impacts on your life. Instead of actually giving any useful or tangible advice in the caption, she just says, comment release to grab our shred yo shit guy and start feeling like the badass that you are. I'm gonna get something out of the way. First off, this is one of those people that's just trying to appeal to a minority of people. She's taking advantage of, in this case, lesbians' insecurity about their weight or about their muscle mass to profit off of specifically them. She gives no advice in most of her content and provides no real value. She's just trying to shove you down the funnel, right? Because you start with her guide, which may or may not cost money, and then from there, maybe you'll buy her coaching or whatever. And it's just this weird marketing scheme to make more money off of you. And her coaching could be great. Her coaching could be the best thing on the planet. It's the marketing, it's the somehow specifically appealing to lesbians that I don't have that much of a problem with. I just think it's funny. I just think it's hilarious because it makes no sense. It's actually very common for people to try and only appeal to certain demographics of people in the weight loss space especially. It's very common for people to say, you're a woman, so because of your menstruation period or because of hormones or something, weight loss is different from you. If you do what men do, you're not going to get any progress or any results. And there's some biological basis behind it because yes, women do have periods, they have menstruation. I'm not an expert on that stuff, but it does up with your appetite and therefore can screw up your weight loss. And women are also very commonly underrepresented in the science behind weight loss, in the studies behind muscle growth. So because of that, it does make some sense to try and only appeal to just women, even if a lot of the claims people make when they do so are sometimes incorrect. Although a lot of times people do give really great advice. However, only appealing to lesbians makes no sense to me. I think it's some kind of thing to try and be relatable. Like, for example, I like protein ice cream. There's no point to that. I'm just gonna eat this ice cream while I film this video. Look how nice that is. Hold on. Look how nice. I know you can't see it because my light's coming from that direction. Look how nice that is. I don't know if they have this brand of ice cream in other countries, but in Australia, this is probably the best brand of protein ice cream to get. The protein pints, 30 grams of protein for 300 calories. That's a better ratio than most protein bars for a large volume of food. Large volume of food, low calories, high protein to keep you full. Something like this is great for weight loss. Hey, I just gave you a tip to consume foods that are higher in volume, for less calories, for more protein to keep you full, so you're less likely to be hungry and binge eat all the time. I provided value in this video. Let's hope that this woman provides value later on. But as I was saying, appealing to lesbians is kind of strange to me because there's no biological difference between them and straight women, and they make up like 2% of the population.
Oh my god, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man?
Ooh, instead of weight loss, it's weight gain. And of course, immediately plugging in her free 16-week workout program below. I actually did read what she wrote here ahead of time. And all she does is say that your body adapts. If you don't evolve your strategy, your results will flatline. Therefore, comment guide, get my free program, and buy my coaching. She didn't actually give any advice. All she really said was change things up constantly because your body adapts and gets used to it. And my taste buds haven't quite got used to this protein ice cream yet, so that's clearly bullshit. But yeah, no, the main crux of this post is a complete lie. You don't have to constantly change your approach or your strategy to try and keep gaining weight or keep losing weight. It's all about a consistent calorie surplus for weight gain. Less volume, more calories, perhaps slightly less protein, so that way you're not as full, so you can keep eating more throughout the day. You don't want to be constantly changing things up. A lot of times people fall for gimmicks in the weight loss and the weight gain world, and a lot of those gimmicks are just not really going to do anything, or they're harmful and they actually have a negative effect on your progress, which does happen sometimes. So guys and girls and lesbians apparently, don't change things up all the time. Develop your habits slowly and stick to them for a long period of time, especially in the gym. Don't change your movements every 5 seconds. There's no such thing as shocking the muscle or shocking the body. When you're constantly changing your approach, you don't allow time for that approach to work.
If you're a lesbian and the thought of dieting sends you into a shame spiral or a straight up panic, I get it, because I've been there. For years, I bounced between cutting carbs, tracking every calorie, and swearing off food after 6 p.m. And every single time, I ended up binging, feeling broken, and hating my body even more. It wasn't until I stopped dieting altogether and learned how to eat in a way that actually felt safe, empowering, and made sense for my brain that everything changed for me. Now, I eat freely, feel amazing in my body, and yeah, I got abs. But more importantly, I got my peace back. If that kind of food freedom sounds like something you need, I'll send you the exact training, nutrition, and mindset plan I use to build a sustainable wellness routine that actually works with your mental health, not against it. No food rules, just real food freedom. All you've got to do is hit follow, then DM me the word food, and I'll send it straight to your inbox.
Oh god, she gave no advice again. She just said things and told you to buy a program or something. I actually do like this video, believe it or not. I think it's a very good mindset to have. But what she's basically saying is build healthy habits, which is a good thing. Don't change this up all the time, which does contradict what you just said.
We're Jaimefilerfitness, the first online fitness coaches to specialize in helping anxious lesbians.
Specializing in helping anxious lesbians. So now, not only do you have to be a lesbian, but you also have to be anxious. If you're a confident lesbian, these tips won't work for you guys. I'm sorry, you're gonna have to leave the video.
Lose weight by working on their nervous system first. I struggled with an eating disorder for 10 years and anxiety for 4 years.
Eating disorders are rough, man. If you have one, get professional help. That's all the advice I'm gonna give. I'm not qualified to help you with that, but that's all I'm gonna say. Call a helpline. I'll put one for Australia at least, or maybe for America, right here when I edit the video.
Through our 3R method, we regulate your nervous system first and tackle sustainable weight loss. Our clients lose 10 to 15 pounds in 4 months.
Oh no, it's gimmicky again. It's gimmicky. Now let's see if they tell us how regulating your nervous system is gonna help you with your weight loss or with your muscle growth journey.
And see improvements in mood, energy, and cravings in just 7 days.
I've actually had this happen to me where I found that my cravings die down after about a week of dieting. I find something about eating good or better for a week. Once I hit that 1 week mark, my cravings just go which is a good thing. I'm not sure if that means I was regulating my nervous system or some shit. I think it's just your brain gets used to having less sugar. At least for me, I have a lot of like sugary junk food, and then it lowers my cravings over time. So this woman seems perfectly fine. Her videos seem fine. I don't have a problem with her specifically. I do think the marketing is kind of funny, which is why I'm making this video. The problem I have is every video she's made has been an ad. Every single one. She hasn't actually given us a single tip on how to lose weight, except for that one video where it was like, you know, don't change things up all the time. Overall, this video is a bit of a piss take. It's kind of to be funny and entertaining. But yeah, again, if you're a lesbian, building muscle and losing fat is exactly the same process if you're a woman, which is a very similar process to if you're a man. It's a calorie deficit and consistent weight training. You can do it, lesbians. Anyway, thank you guys for watching my video, and I will see you all in the next video. Subscribe for more. Goodbye, everybody.